All right, everybody, welcome back to I Gave You a Countdown. Don't even look surprised, Soy. Welcome back to the Third Player Optional Podcast. I'm your host, KVJ, joined by my longtime partner in crime and friend, SoyTortuga. And this is a video game podcast, and we actually have stuff to talk about now. We don't have to play video games for a cop-out this week. I'm actually rather happy about it. Absolutely. Absolutely. And it is one of my subjects for this week, which is one of the reasons why we have something to talk about on the podcast. What are you hearing? No, it's not actually. It is not going to be Blizzard heavy. It's going to be Blizzard heavy at points. Um, because can't hear Soy, just J. That's actually reverse of the problem we usually have. Soy, just J. What about now? Soy, please don't shout. Talk. Oh, you're an asshole. What about now? If you can't hear him now, then it's going to be a solo show. Nothing? Yeah, hang on. I'm looking at it. It was. Somebody muted it. Somebody muted it. We're good now. All right, we're fine. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can turn that back down now. Ugh, there we go. Not that much of it, no. If I'm being completely honest, not that much of it. It's like you're a lot to handle. We're also so. One of these days I'll get the hang of this hosting thing. It's not like I've done it for months or anything. What? Oh, I was about to say what happened now? So, do we jump? Do we talk about the Blizzard things first? I guess, or just like get it all out of the way. I mean, that takes up a good 30-40% of the show today. Let's do it. All right, you want to talk about your stuff or my stuff first? Oh, I am excited, man. WoW Classic is barely 24 hours old now for official public release. The streamer Elite have had access to it for a couple months now, but off and on with tests. But it is dropped. It is all the glory that they promised it would be, right up to and including the longest queue times of any video games I have ever seen. Check now. Star's still saying you're muted. Star is still saying you're muted. Talk again, please. Talk. Talk. Oh, Devin, he's changed the sound settings on me. It's just me. It hasn't even been the background music the entire time. Try now. Nothing? Let's see. We'll get it figured out eventually. Here, talk again? Yeah, you're trying all the try hard right now. Hang on. I don't understand why. Because I am noticing I actually am not getting any audio reading. Hey, Steven! Oh, that's Dev. Dev, what'd you do with the audio? Oh, you've jacked up my camera. Wait, hang on. Wait, maybe 3 will. Oh, nope, that's actually worse. That's even worse or bad. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're doing a 1.5 hosts right now. 2.5 hosts right now. He's not answering. Of course, he's not answering. He sabotages me again. It's the second time he sabotaged me. The mic? The mic issue? Him in the call? No, I'm not. No, I'm not counting that. I'm actually counting our existing issue. Why we needed him in here in the first place. I guess for entertainment value, like me talking to myself like a lunatic, I guess is kind of funny. A little bit. I mean, it's par for the course, if literally nothing else. I have nothing. I have no other sounds changing. He uses his freaking soundboard, is what it is, I think. And I don't know the fucking settings for going back. Should be just as simple as. It shouldn't have. Like, it actually shouldn't. And I don't get it. Ian? Or did you call him again? Dev! I got no desktop audio, man. Oh, slobs, dude. What I've been using. I did, and it says it's filtering through Realtek like it should, but nothing is registering. All right, hang on. Here we go.
Look at the stream.
You're on now. All right, Dev, hang up. We got it.
Or he can
Good?
stay.
You fixed it?
Yeah, but I can't. I can quick. We can just move on. Yeah, it's so Slobs in its glory, like for whatever reason, is using. It's still going through Realtek because I don't have speakers, but it's showing speakers as my audio option. Like talk, Soy.
I'm trying.
Yeah, you're good. Whatever reason, it's Slobs. It's one
Nope.
reason. What do you mean no?
Nope. I don't hear myself.
Give it a minute, like.
I hear it.
Dude, I literally just heard his
time.
echo. I literally just heard his echo. Star can hear you too.
I had to go to the
And Dev.
I had the.
What's up, Star?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I need a drink now. All right, moving on.
I've needed to drink.
Alright, I'm gonna go get some.
Moving
food.
on.
I'm fucking starving, and I'm running on like 500 calories for my entire day so far.
Go eat, go rest, and not be malnourished.
Dude, I'm like, I feel a void right now.
I'll
catch you guys later.
Later, man. Thank you.
If I eat in time and finish eating and have time to hop on, I might have some topics to talk about. So.
All right.
Ooh, that'd be good.
All right.
Later.
I'll have to fix the frames at that point, which I guess it needs to happen anyway. Anyway.
Well, that's what we should just add more scenes, you know?
They were added. They're fucked up now because Slobs had an update.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Right.
Oh, my God.
Bye.
Update means they take stuff that work, put it into Blender, and then pour it out, and then that's what we have to work with. Blizzard things! Classic WoW is now live. We'll just make Steven or me cut out the first 8 minutes. So yeah, WoW Classic is now live. Everything that they promised it would be, right up into the longest queue times I've ever seen in a video game in a...
What was the longest one you saw?
Longest one, 26,000 people in queue.
How long? What was the estimated?
Funny enough, I have the picture of it, and it said estimated queue time 4 minutes. It changed after a minute, but the fact that it said estimated queue time 4 minutes is one of the funniest things I've seen.
The one that I saw that really freaked me out was one that was like 90,000 people.
90 fucking thousand.
And it was a 45-minute wait.
Right, which was a lie.
Sure,
Like-
but like,
Yeah, it was still, it's still weird, but the good news is
go to Twitter. Go to Twitter right now.
Go to Twitter right now.
Yeah. Look up Giant Waffle. He just he posted a tweet 22 hours ago. It says realm is full. Position in queue 16,323. Estimated time 274 minutes.
Holy cow. Chat, look Look at this nonsense right here. That is.
It's almost like they didn't make enough, like dedicated enough servers.
So first subject of the day, like first actual subject that required research on my part.
Wait, we're supposed to research it?
Yeah, we're supposed to research it, Soy.
Fuck.
So, World of Warcraft director reveals why classic server queues are still so long. So basically, this guy coming out, what's his name? Never.
Eon?
Ian Hazikostas. I'm gonna call him Ian. I feel this is just a weird spelling of Ian. I hope it is.
It's Ion.
Ion.
Swear to God.
I mean, it's spelled like it.
Yeah.
Anyway. So this article on IGN goes on to explain why exactly players are having to wait so long for the queues, are still having to wait so long for queues. Now, granted, okay, let's be real. Barely 24 hours old. There was going to be queues. It was going to happen. It was going to happen. It's impractical to just throw a bunch of servers and just hope that fixes the problem. Article goes on to say that just adding more and more servers adds to a bigger problem later on. He's got a point. Saying, because more servers to manage, you got more memory, more processing power, needs more hardware, all this other stuff. Right. It leads to bigger problems down the line. However, the article does say that he admits to being like, we did undershoot the mark as far as having servers readily available. But they are still going with they're adding a few, letting them fill up. Then they're going to add a few, let those fill up. So a very,
slow, drawn out process.
Yeah, very. Well, it's a very moderate kind of response to it. Let me see. Now, there's a part here that a lot of people are clamoring for. Let's see. And one of the things that kind of bugged me a little bit yesterday is like where the queue totals are dynamic and dynamically displayed. Queues with a medium label would still be full, like would still have a queue, because by medium you should still be able to get in the thing. It's only high that should have the queues. But the numbers fluctuated so rapidly, I guess, last night that they were like still labeled medium, but I still had a queue. It was a lower queue, still had a queue. And they are working to change it, make it a little more intuitive, a little more responsive. And I'm trying to find it, but the article mentions why they're not doing stuff like free character swaps, from the less populated to the more populated, that kind of thing. It's all about how the workings of a server actually operates. Like in its basic thing, a World of Warcraft realm is still just a server or a chain of servers. You got so much processing power, you got so much memory, you just got so much space that you can put stuff in, right? And so they can only accommodate so much stuff. So, whereas at a glance, some people are going to be looking at this and be like, oh no, Blizzard just wants to make us pay for character switches and all that other stuff. I mean, yeah, kind of, but from the technical standpoint, they've got the winning point here of it just technically makes no sense to do it. So, whereas again, the guy admits it, like we missed the mark on putting servers in preparation. To which that's my only criticism of their server situation so far is that, like, you 100% knew the crazy amount of hype this thing had. Like, you could have done a few more. Like, you look at the server list compared to the amount of people that you see that were like, oh yeah, WoW Classic for weeks now, for months now. Like, little bit like, nah, we'll just wait. Like, I don't approve of that decision. And I also share an opinion that he has. This was an interview that Ion had with Forbes, saying that they're actually predicting steep drop-offs from players that are only playing on the Classic servers out of curiosity. And which is also why they're doing the measured response to the server stuff, because again, server health is important to them, because the guy had a point. You're essentially going to be trading one problem for another if you just throw resources at it, right, without strategically placing it. And I am also predicting steep drop-offs. My prime example, the little that I played yesterday, I've seen a lot of people in the global chat were like, where's this? Where's that? Okay, I was in the dwarf starting area. Right, so Cold Ridge Valley, fairly easy to navigate. Big icy circle, right? And they were like, there's the quest to kill the trogs. You got the regular trogs, and then you got the burly trogs. Burly trogs walking all over the place. I've seen a lot of people in the chat, where are the regular trogs? Where are the regular trogs? They didn't read and be like, they're over here, bro. They're literally over here. So, lots of questions pertaining to that. A lot of people are not going to like how Classic actually operate. What do you think? As far as on that last bit goes.
It was never going to live up to the hype. And the issue with that is that it can be literally exactly what they promised. Like, we literally just dusted off the old code, put it on some servers, and y'all can play now. And people are going to look for things to nitpick. That's just where we're at in gaming culture right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that people who, like, are better at, like, explaining early WoW. Like, I never played it until Miss Pandaria. So.
Which is world of difference.
Yep.
I played ladder.
Like, even if you, like, go through all the quests and everything to get up to whatever expansion you're on, like, you're never going to experience exactly the way that, like, someone who's played since day one.
No,
is
you never will. And well, the thing is, like, there's a lot of stuff that really bugged me as far as the later expansions go. My first real kind of heartbreak, though, was with Cataclysm changing the landscape everywhere. Because I was a lot more nostalgic about the zones themselves in Kalimdor and in the Eastern Kingdoms than I thought I would be. Like, one of my prime examples, and it's also a scene in the trailer that you see, where Deathwing flies over the Lochmodan Dam and it just shatters the dam.
Yeah.
Like, I loved that zone for that. It was such a pretty zone. And, that lake was chock full of stuff to fight, but you also had to swim underwater to go fight it. I always thought that was so neat. Grindy as hell, but neat. And then Darkshore, man. The foggy beach that you could walk up and down, and now everything's, like, either broken, tidal waved half to death, on fire on the other third, and half the quest givers from Classic, Burning Crusade, and Wrath are all freaking dead. And it's just like, what on earth? But on top of all that, the mechanics, dude, they made leveling in the game such a gimme. Such a gimme. And I was never a fan of that because, like, I'm on my little dwarf that I'm leveling in Classic right now. I'm level 5. Actually, just dinged level 5 before we started the call. How much time I've played. And I had to kind of work for that level 5. Like, I'm still in the starter zone and have fought mobs that, I have to be careful how I pull these, or they're going to kill me. Like, I can't remember the last time I had to be safe acting in Cold Ridge freaking Valley. Just saying. Like, I really missed that.
Yeah.
So, there's all that. But, where WoW has been known for, you got the goofiness of the servers and the gameplay mechanics, whatever. You can't deny that World of Warcraft has spawned some interesting things gaming-wise that player communities have just spontaneously done.
Yeah.
And this is the newest one. Players, as per said in the article, this is an article from Polygon, They are standing in lines to finish quests. Like players are forming a line, and they are standing, chilling out near a boss or whatever objective, and they are saying, "Okay, front of the line, you go next. Okay, now you go," or whatever. At least a lot of them are having the common sense to form a party, to be like, "Hey, let's get 5 through at a time. Let's go." But yeah, like, look, here's a tweet. Like guys, that is not a mob of enemies. That is a line of players, real people playing the game, lining up to do something quest related. And this particular one, this is Coldridge. This is one of the guys in Coldridge. I actually just killed this guy.
So what you're saying is people waited in long ass lines to get into this game just so
Just
they
to
could
wait
stand in
in
long
ass lines again. Yes. That is exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would never do this. Because I'm like, at this point, I'm just gonna go fight mobs for an hour and then see how things shake out from there. But yeah, it's crazy, dude. And then here's another. Oh, this is the same area. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, dude. Here's another one. I think this is someone in Westfall. Yep, fighting the Flash Brotherhood.
That's gonna be a hard pass for me. Like, you just officially made me not want to try it out.
Okay, so I am on a very low population server. I've not had to do. Biggest problem I had for a few minutes last night was starting area kind of crowded, people kind of hanging out right near that initial quest giver, killing all the mobs there. But when you walk 20 yards past that radius, there are still the quest mobs, and I was able to level pretty well unhindered. So
still,
but I'm on. No, dude. Here's the thing, man. All these people, like, you look at these people in these freaking lines. Half are gonna stay, and that's gonna open up a lot of space, and that's gonna open up room for people who actually just want to enjoy Classic for what it is, rather than it just being a passing curiosity, are gonna be able to get the chance to do so, and so it's gonna be fine. So yeah, my recommendation for you and specifically is, yeah, don't try it yet, because I mean, honestly, because dealing with crap like this, like, it's not worth it. Like, our buddy Trav is reserved a character on one of the higher pop servers, and I'm like, that was the 26,000 Q one, and I'm just like, dude, I can't fucking get in. And then I see this shit, and I'm just like, I ain't doing that. So I'm on a lower pop server. I rolled Alliance because he's rolling Horde, so I won't play Horde until I'm able to be on his realm. But until then, I'm gonna play a Dwarf Pally.
Have fun.
Yep. So there's basically that. What else okay. That. Okay, that is all my Blizzard related news. Of course,
So, would you like to talk about mine?
I would like to talk about Overwatch League.
Top 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish I could zoom in the cam for you and get that all nice and show the Atlanta Reign colors in all their glory. But yeah, Atlanta Reign top 6.
Just barely, even.
Just freaking barely, dude.
It's worth. I feel like it's worth noting that in order to get into the top 6, they had to not only beat the previous champs, as people have been calling them. Like, what did London Spitfire win? Did they win like the World Cup or some shit?
London Spitfire won playoffs of League last year. Like, they walked away League champs.
Okay. Well, we beat them.
Yeah. Yeah, you beat them. I was
and-
watching, dude. I was watching that game, and I'm like, who the frick are they playing? Because it ain't London from last year, man. Of course, I've been saying that about London all freaking year. I mean, let's be real, but okay, it's insane, dude. It is actually crazy how much things this year have changed. Like you got the Titans and Excel holding their top 2 spot. Titans holding tightly onto their dominance right now by comparison to Excel. Then you got the Shock, the Spark, the Gladiators, and the Reign.
And that's not counting the play-ins.
No, yeah, and then so down in the play-ins, Spitfire, Dynasty, Charge, Philadelphia Fusion, Shanghai Dragons, Chengdu Hunters.
Yeah.
Like, little bit of a shout out to my boys in Dallas. You know, they, to be quite honest, they placed closer to play it. They placed closer to play-in cutoff than I thought they would, with how crap things were falling apart there. Like Zachary actually came to play a game. Yeah, last time I saw them play. But
they actually did really good against.
They did.
Atlanta.
They really did. Like I was, but like again though, it's just one of these things. It's like that team, man. Like I thought they were gonna get it ironed out, and then they like make more wrinkles for themselves.
Yeah.
But
we'll
see what happens.
Just what?
Go ahead. I was gonna ask another question. I'll have to see it.
No, ask a question.
I was wondering if a play-in bracket has been made yet.
Yeah, it's in the Discord message.
Oh, okay.
I give you all the information you're going to need. First week of playoffs is the tournament. Basically, the Hunters and Charge play, then Shanghai Dragons and Fusion play. The winners of those will go on to play Spitfire or Soul Dynasty.
All right, so playoffs week 1. Hunters Charge, Dragons Fusions. Let's get. I was about to say, hang on. We gotta play your game again.
Oh God.
I feel this time. I also feel we need some actual stakes this time.
I mean, what do you want to play for, buddy?
I don't know. Dang, like we need to. Oh. I don't know. We'll play our game. We'll talk about stipulation later.
Okay.
Hunters Charge.
Hunters.
I'm not gonna take chances on picks this time. we'll try to get some actual odds on it. There we got Dragons Fusion. Who you on?
Dragons. Actually, no, Fusion.
Think so?
Yeah.
See, this is where
Dragons had a rough stage 4, and the only thing that's changing is they're adding Sigma. That's it. Yeah. And that's why, honestly, Sigma coming in and what I've seen in the last little bit is why I have a lot of faith in Atlanta. Because their last 2 matches, they heavily favored what's predicted to be the meta.
Yeah.
For when Sigma comes in. Believe it or not, Symmetra is going to be a big thing.
That barrier drain.
Mm-hmm. And just the amount of damage she can put out.
Yep. With you. Damn it. Yeah, I guess as far as history goes, that would be a. I think Fusions would probably be. Well, all right. So now we've got. I guess that's the only set.
that we can do right now. Yeah.
All right, so we'll see.
Case in point on the Shanghai Dragons, not being that good this time around, is they lost to Toronto. I'm trying to see if either of them played someone good and won. Like, it's very hard to say anything based off of just one, because like they both rank low because they played against the Titans this time around, and Titans are almost always good.
Yep.
And they've lost to other people that they should, in theory, lose to. Like, that's the other rough thing.
Yeah. Who knows?
Oh wait, never mind. The Shanghai Dragons also lost to Paris Eternal.
Well, time will tell. But that's the two things that we can establish.
Also, check out week 2. We can also predict the matches that are already.
Oh, I didn't know if we were gonna, because they're kind of. You got Gladiator, Spark, Lats. 100% my pick for that.
No, Spark.
This is just that I was gonna be careful, but part rooting and part I got a feeling.
Yeah.
And then Rain and Shock.
It's gonna be a rough.
Oh boy. All right, so here's the part where you either got to stick to that jersey or betray it. Who you going?
Oh, I'm going Atlanta. But I will admit that it's
an uphill slog, dude.
Yep.
Of course, here's the thing though, this would not at all be the first time that the predictions have been upset drastically.
It depends on what they do. Because it's kind of a two-edged, the problem that I feel Atlanta has is that they have someone on their team that gets a considerable amount of playtime that isn't as good as the person that they take out.
Yeah.
The issue is that whenever they take that person out, the other person is able to flex hard. But I've noticed in stage 4, he hasn't been able to flex at all. He's still good. I'm not saying he's not.
Yeah.
But more times than not, they bring in the other dude, and I'll just say it. In layer, I don't like him. I don't think he's particularly that good. But him being in lets Ursher play most of the heroes that he's really good at.
Right.
Like Hanzo and all that, and he gets good plays, but he's nowhere. He's not even the it's gonna hurt me to say it, but Ursher isn't the best Hanzo.
Nope.
And they say that they've been saying oh, he was the number 1 Hanzo last year. I'm yeah, that was last fucking year.
Yeah.
You know who came in this year? Corey.
Yeah.
You know what Corey is?
Okay.
He's the best.
So here's the thing. So I ranted about it in our little group chat that we've got going on, and since you kind of slightly opened the can of worms with the announcer saying bullshit things.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about? I believe it was during one of the game. Last day that games were aired. You and me were messaging. I forget who was playing. But I was fucking announcers being about the new goats, whatever.
New goats.
Did you watch that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so. And he's talking about the team who also ran the comp that literally wiped the floor with the defense, and then they're immediately the same announcer switches gears and oh yeah, the semester pick, that's a great pick. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just brother, pick up.
I
Pick a
honestly
gear.
like, as much as I love watching Overwatch League, the one thing I hate about it are the announcers. Like, I
Dude,
feel like
mute them.
I'm
Charge me extra to mute the announcers, please.
like, and it really shows. In like, I've been watching Contenders recently because Atlanta's like Contenders team is insane. Atlanta Academy terrifies me. Have you seen
I
their
haven't had I haven't kept up with Contenders at all, and I'm very sorry that I have, because like Contenders was like essentially it's where it all starts, and I'm really sad I can't keep up with it.
like let me just tell you what their
But yeah, so like here's the thing: some of the announcers, not most, but some actually do a pretty decent job of staying in their lane as announcers, like where they should be. I'm fine with them being like, "Oh, I love watching this guy play this character or this part, whatever." I'm totally fine with that. But when both announcers decide to ride the train of this team sucks or this team's god tier, it gets a little bit old very, very quickly. And it's just, I don't, it's just annoying.
yeah.
I mean, it's just, I mean, what else can you say about it other than,
Okay. So
like,
would
if you want people to come and shit talk, I mean, hire us, we can do that.
So guess how many maps Atlanta Academy has lost?
I'm about to Google it. How many?
6.
Total?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Like, they are in fucking insane, dude.
Probably seeing some. You potentially thinking there'll be some swap outs for the rain
Well, I know that
next
2
Overwatch
of
League?
the no,
You don't think so? Think the roster will be the same?
there may be more people that are 2 ways, but that's it. And they really don't have much of a reason to, because the subs that Rain have are good enough. Like, there's no reason to.
Well, since you kind of already mentioned this little bit of a, I mean, we'll call it a bias, I guess. Your opinion, for Inlair. You don't think they'd bring anybody to swap him out?
It's not that he's bad; he's just not as good as
I mean,
Baby Bay.
call it for what you will. I mean, do you think with their, I mean, purely opinionated, and even a smidge of wishful thinking, if you want, do you think they could have the potential to play trade up?
Doubtful. The only person I think that is in danger of going down to um, Atlanta Academy is Daco, and that's just because we haven't seen him in for fucking ever.
I'd say like that's a name I haven't heard said in a bit.
Yeah, it's just because FRD showed up and
Kills.
well, it's not that he kills. He's just really good.
Yeah, I mean he's
Like, he does his job, and like, they used to sub FRD in for Daco when it was still goats, and pretty much everyone else has a very solid place on the team.
yeah.
Only people that don't really get much playing time are Funny Astro and Gator, but that's primarily because they already play in the academy. They're on both teams.
Yeah, I would. Just speaking of just trade ups and stuff, I honestly, to be quite honest, I don't think more trades would help my team any. It just needs. I don't really.
They need to find their groove. That's
What's the thing? I mean, which just sucks too, because there were these moments throughout the seasons where it's like, yeah, we found it. Up, we lost it again. Hey, we found it again. Oh, we lost it again. Oh, we still lost it again. Hey, we kind of nope, still gone. And it just
the other issue is like, correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
but I think you all run the issue of not having any like big names.
well, Taimu, AKM probably as far as the DPS goes, AKM and Taimu are probably I think still playing like the two biggest. We're talking like standalones.
Yeah.
All right. Well, for standalones, honestly, the only one that was standalone like on his own was
Zachary, because he was the only one he was the main one that gave Atlanta issue during the their match.
Right, which is funny because literally Zach has been the point of ridicule for the rest of the 90% of the season.
Well, that's also something that I find hilarious because, like, all the way through when Goats was meta and Washington Justice was just getting completely shit on.
Yeah,
Like, I was able to point at like a specific person and be like, that's their problem right now. And now I can't do that. Like, I can't point at any single person on their team
absolutely
and be like,
not.
there's your problem. And hate me if you want, but my favorite, like, I feel weird saying it, but Corey isn't my favorite Justice player. Which is weird saying Stratus. Just
Really?
because, have you seen his antics?
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair. I actually don't know. I actually don't know
he's
why
a
I'm
good
surprised
showman.
at that. I actually don't know why I'm surprised at all at that.
And he actually plays really well. Like, he's not on the same tier as, like, he's not as good as Corey. I will admit that, but like Corey just doesn't like have any personality to him. He smiles.
Well,
That's
yeah,
about it.
like Corey goes to work. Stratus comes to play, man. That's just all there. There's your differences right
sometimes
there.
you need that.
No, yeah, I think it's a good. I think it's a good balance. There's a good dynamic there.
I'm looking for the GIF of it because it's the funniest thing ever.
I think I know the. I might know the one you're talking about. Who was it? I think was it on a. Oh my god! Now I can't even. But anyway,
it was when they were playing Atlanta.
Anyway, going back to the issues.
Oh my god! I found it.
With Dallas, put it in the chat. Like going back to the issues with Dallas, man. I honestly. Like, it's been Zachary, whatever, but Zachary's not been the main. Zachary's not been the only problem. Which, granted, he makes mistakes, like 100%. But, and now he comes to play, this last game, and it's like, I swore the announcers or something like he's been doing so good or whatever. Literally, these same announcers like 3 games ago was like Zachary is just so weak or whatever. Ugh. I don't know. I keep curtailing back to the announcers. We need to change subject before I just get even more annoyed. Yeah.
Like he did that in the walkout against the Atlanta.
Oh my god.
I love that man. Like he's great. He's everything I've wanted. And like it's just the right amount of skis, and it's not like he's not even like shitting on his opponents. He's just
he's literally just here so everybody can appreciate this. it's thanks shades up another person. And that was great.
The funny thing about that is after like
what up, Streetcuff?
Like I think they had another match. No, I want to say they had one more match after this, and the entire team came out with the same exact sunglasses on. So I'm just in my head, I'm imagining like, so what you're telling me is Stratus bought like 6 of these sunglasses.
100%.
Like I guarantee it. And
was,
like
he shows
I
up.
just imagine like him getting back to the Washington Justice. I was like, guys, hear me out.
No, this is. I'll tell you exactly how the scenario happened. He shows up for the team meeting. He's got a Walmart bag in his hand. Team business,
Okay.
and right as they're about to adjourn, guys,
Hear me out.
and then no, he didn't even say anything. He just reaches in, puts on his pair, and just hands the bag over. And they just, it's like no words need be spoken. It just happened. Like that is how it happened, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh.
And oh yeah,
Yeah, they played against Paris Eternal and came out with like everything with all the
Love
other
it.
sunglasses on.
love it.
I do feel a little bad that Atlanta like ended the Washington Justice Revenge Tour, but
And what a ride it was, though.
oh yeah,
What
and
a ride.
honestly, it just ticked me off so bad, like because like earlier in this season, Torn brought up like, man, these announcers are fucking assholes. This is the first time I heard, like, I even thought about it, but like they just continually shit on Justice.
Wait, who is it?
even the announcers?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, like
Like,
throughout the entire season.
during stage 1 and stage 2, back whenever they were like near the bottom, like
Yeah.
they have never dropped below Florida Mayhem, but they got more shit than Florida Mayhem.
Dude, okay, let's actually, you can go, like, turn it back to every freaking match that the Florida Mayhem have ever been in. The only time that they'll ever be talked against, more than likely, is, gameplay technique or that happened, execution of a play that happened in that game. Washington Justice game. They've just been struggling this entire season. They've been doing dead. Like freaking winded back to the dawn of time with their play history about just how bad they were. And I guess kind of to their credit, I don't even so much think it's credit as much as you kind of have no choice but to admit this. Like, wow, this is not the same Washington Justice team. It's like, no shit. Like, the guys have a chance to play what they're good at.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's literally the exact same Washington Justice. Like, I don't think they had any.
Well,
did they have any roster changes? I don't think they did.
No. So, like, not the same as in, like, oh, wow, what's this team? Yeah, it's the exact same guys, like, 100%. Which is another thing I don't think they've acknowledged is, again, these guys, like, Corey, yeah, that guy that I think used to have to get stuck on Zarya all the dang time. Was it Zarya? I think it was. It was somebody. But he's just like, Corey. Zarya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Zarya was the DPS tank.
Yeah. And so it's like, oh yeah, you could just tell he's struggling on Zarya. Well, yeah, because clearly he owns at Hanzo.
He's a hit scan. Like, he's literally not playing a hit scan.
Like one of these things just doesn't belong here. Like, come on. Can we get off?
Okay.
Can we get off? Because we need to end with positive Overwatch League vibes before we leave. Because we're back on the announcers and them being bad at their job.
I just think we should start the petition to get new shoutcasters instead of broadcasters.
Love
That's just my opinion.
Love it.
Like,
put it in the book. Sign it, stamp it, make it official. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna make the hashtag real quick. Hashtag shoutcast my owl.
I like it.
I like it too. Make
I
that
like
shit go viral, guys.
I like it. 100%. Go, internet. Be free. All right.
But on a there's another topic that I've been thinking about that I think could be awesome, even though I know that it's not happening anymore.
Which
Just
is
because of other announcements. More expansion teams.
Oh.
Like, that would be so good, but they've already basically been like, yeah, 2020, these are your regions now, and it's literally the same 20 teams. And I'm like, fuck. You know how cool it would have been to, I don't know, get like a Mexican team, like just other places represented. Like, I would love to see a Tokyo team or just more teams.
It actually shocks me to no end that
yeah, I realized that like very recently. I'm
like
why the fuck isn't there a Tokyo Godzillas or some shit like that? Why not?
Mexico kaijus.
Oh God. Yes.
I'm about to say, like, you love it.
Oh. Like the Mexico City El Chupacabras. Like, come on.
Super.
this shit writes itself. Like, come on.
Oh God, there are several jokes here, but I'm afraid several walk the line. So moving on.
Like Johnny Cash, son. Like Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash, I walked the line. He can get away with it though. I'm not famous. I can't. Anyway, I am excited because prove that we have other news going on other than Blizzard-related things. GreedFall.
What the fuck is GreedFall?
GreedFall is a
Wait a
game.
second. There's a company besides Blizzard? What?
Right, yeah. So GreedFall is a game. It's not a company.
Way to put me on blast, man.
Right, yeah. Sorry, buddy. GreedFall has actually been a game that has been announced back in 2017. I believe the first trailer I saw for it was at E3. It was a really bizarre trailer. It essentially showed a guy in colonial garb chasing down what looked to be like a druidic kind of tribesman person. And then all of a sudden, a freaking behemoth thing like comes up and just rams the colonial guy out of the way, protecting the druid person. And so we have this mix of colonial single load muskets plus magic plus druidic tribesmen plus this new world kind of vibe. And up very recently at Gamescom was when this article that's up here, by the way, is IGN article, shows like they're talking about the combat specifically and how they're saying that the combat is fluid, that it's fantastic, highly praising it, which is really interesting. There's multiple skill trees. You start as a class that does not determine your playstyle throughout the entire game. Skill trees are dynamic, which is always nice to see. I haven't watched a lot of the trailers yet because there are several trailers out there detailing story and stuff, so don't really know where we're going with that. I think it's a construct. There's a character create. I think I know that. I know for a fact you play as like one of the colonial people. I do not know if there's a tribesman option or not. Yeah, here we go. Like you've got, so it's a party, so you can recruit party members. You have weapons that include traps, guns, all this other stuff. That simultaneous wielding. So like it's not like you have to equip the one and then equip the other. You can kind of, it's from the sounds of things, like mix and match. So like the guy who wrote this article focused on kind of like a spell blade kind of thing, like one-handed flaming sword, then he used magic on the other. So it's interesting. Like it's a really interesting idea, and the trailer, I remember back when it dropped, just intrigued me so much, and it was sad that you never saw much more on it. I wonder. Holy cow. It's coming out September 10th. Wow. Cool. Man, there's a lot of stuff coming out in this year and the next. Whew. So yeah, but there's so there was that. There was something else. I think I've actually got it saved on mobile.
I know that another one of the things that really just weirds me out based off the crossover is there's a Borderlands 3 crossover with Fortnite right now.
Right, okay, let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk how a kid-friendly game is promoting an event for a not kid-friendly game. And then you've got, like, Fortnite, which, according to a tweet from Muzelk earlier, like, he highly praised the Borderlands area. Like, but apparently there's also this weird change to building. I actually have no clue what that's about.
I know they're nerfing the crap out of it.
Yeah, I know they are too, but like at least they've been talking about it. Like, are they actually really, really slow.
I have no clue. I'm not following it.
I'm reading Street Cuff thing. Really slow. Like, how slow is really slow? If you happen to. Yeah. Which, honestly, I think that's needed to happen for a while now, because it'd be fun. Let's... I've... Nope, I didn't have it saved. Shit. I guess a game that I was kind of interested in might have been a bit of a flop. Which Humankind Odyssey game. He plays the primates.
Yeah.
Like, I guess you can't power build as in build a square by rotating in a circle. Oh. Interesting. So is it like a timed kind of window? Now, so like you snap a wall, it starts building. You can't just immediately go over. Now it's going to be, oh, here's a wall. Now here's a wall. Now here's a wall.
Oh shit.
Like, I don't know if that's how it's going to be. That's how I'm imagining it is now. What did you find?
Speedrunning news.
Oh. You never talk about that. What'd you find?
Super Mario Bros. Warpless just got a new record.
Really?
Yep, and it's the first sub 19-minute speedrun.
Wow.
That's insane. So like no Star Road or anything like that.
Yeah.
He just did it.
That's insane.
As Cosmic pointed out when he excitedly tweeted news of the achievement last night, all warpless world records, meaning the player did not use warp pipes to skip stages, for the last 12 years have been 19 minutes and change.
Wow. What's it?
That's wild. We need to talk. We need to look more into speedrunning, like as far as like news is concerned, because like there's a YouTuber out there that does like the speedrunning history of certain things.
Yeah.
Summoning Salt, and his
some of them are really neat. I've watched this guy.
Yeah. So like some of them aren't like all too crazy as far as like, oh, that's a cool game and I want to know about the speedrunning. But other times it's, I don't know, I'm bad at explaining things.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like, some games are just not fun to watch really speedrun. Like, it's cool that they're records, but then you get games like that and it's just, wow.
My favorite, like I just love the very specific speedruns. Like speedrun to get married in Skyrim. Like that's literally a record.
Yeah. Or I like the runs that people like have the challenge of, can you, like, for example, can you beat Legend of Zelda or Ocarina of Time without collecting a single rupee?
Impossible.
Nope.
Which Zelda?
A guy did it. Or Ocarina of Time.
I guess maybe you can do that.
Exploits included.
Oh yeah, never mind. I was about to say, like, you gotta tell me some Wind Waker bullshit about not getting rupees.
Exploit
nah.
Exploit included. In fairness, it was.
Have you?
Which there was no like actual cheats involved, but like, just.
Have you seen just the regular Ocarina of Time speedrun?
Yeah, they're nuts. They're nuts. I can't watch them without just feeling bad for myself.
Oh no. The only speedrun that you should watch and you will literally get sick is Portal.
Ugh.
It is It is insane. It is down to 7 minutes. There's just so much good stuff.
I actually do want to show a game that was kind of. I'm not gonna do the trailer with audio. I just thought. It's a game I never really played this game, but they're coming out with a sequel. They're coming out with a sequel of it, a ukulele. So, it's essentially kind of like the same premise of Banjo-Kazooie, only instead of a bear and bird, you got a lizard and a bat. First game of it was 3D, I think, kind of running around. This one is actually a 2D platformer with the 3D art. And you were talking about speedrunning. Like, this would be the game to watch. This will probably be one of the new games watching for speedrunning. But, like, you just see all these wacky things going on. And so like the 3D map kind of top down there is the level select. Then anything in the 2D like this one, that is the realm. So, and the story of it is you just fight the one you're just fighting the one boss repeatedly throughout.
Oh, ukulele.
Yeah, ukulele. And the impossible lair, which is what this one, ukulele 2, the impossible lair, is an actual level in the game. And as you go through the game, you collect these shield, like you're helping the bee kingdom, I guess. And so you're collecting these shield bees, and that allows you to take multiple hits, essentially, because you essentially start off with one hit and you're dead. But apparently, the impossible lair, like the last level of the game, is like accessible right out of the gate. So, like, if you had an insane level of play, like, you could theoretically, like, just beat the game right then and there. And if you choose the normal route, I guess it's around 20 hours of playtime, maybe? I think, if I remember that right. Which looks like a lot of fun. Like, I'm generally not for, like, the 2D platforms anymore, but I saw that and I was intrigued.
Yeah.
Dude, especially, like, when the whole, like, I've not seen videos. I think there's a video floating out there of the impossible lair level right now. But especially if there are gonna be people like that's a world first goal now. Like once that drops, if this game hasn't dropped already, ukulele 2, impossible lair, no shield first, and now then it'll be speedrun. At least that's what I'm expecting anyway. It'll definitely be interesting. I won't talk about it in detail this stream because one, and this being the bigger reason, if we're being honest with each other, I haven't looked into it much. But two, it's kind of been my crutch as far as topics go. Cyberpunk 2077 released a whole bunch of trailers in the past week, showcasing gameplay and all these other things. I know we're not, like I said, I'm just mentioning it, where I'm not gonna just queue it up just for the sake of talking about it now. That'll be another time. But they're just Project Red just throwing out content as far as that goes. Let's see. Brother, that's like pretty much all I got, really, as far as
I came in hot and heavy with the Overwatch news.
topics goes. Yeah, like I had the WoW stuff and then stuff. I thought I had other stuff, but I actually save it. But it's fun to kind of go back to the humankind ancestors, humankind Odyssey. That's the name. That's the game where you play as the primates and stuff. And I guess the actual survival mechanics are a little rudimentary. And the game is just flat out unforgiving. Like, so essentially the way that the game works is like you you start off, you're controlling a single chimp in your clan. And if your chimp that you're controlling dies, you take control of another one in your clan. And essentially, if it works down to where all of your clan dies, you start completely over. Like, you can, I think you can, if your progression unlocks different starting areas, but that's like it. Like, all the knowledge that you accrued, all the evolutionary progress that you made, it apparently just 0. And it's just, I guess, really disheartening, especially for me, because even though I'm a fan of the grind and of progression and things like that, I also have a limited pool of time, and I know for a fact I'm gonna die multiple times, so let's not punish every time I freaking screw up and get lost in the dark. Yeah. See every arc stream I've ever done.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you missed a doozy of a moment last night, by the way.
What happened?
Oh my god. So I'm cruising along. Essentially, I explored out from our main base, so it was trying to get us closer inland, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not taking any valuable gear with me. So I spawn in, start doing all stuff. Round a corner, and I meet a Velociraptor, so I'm like, well, shit. So I start fighting it off, and a Dilo comes in and joins the fun. I actually hurt the raptor enough that it runs away. I finish the Dilo off, so I kill the Dilo. My health is hanging on by a thread at this point. And I'm like, oh my god, I survived. No sooner do I think or say this, I don't remember how exactly this happened, I hear the and then I turn around, and there's a freaking Titan boa that just struck.
Oh, I was there to hear about it, but my viewing of your stream was like pitch black. So,
Dude, that's my freaking gamma settings in my game, man. I gotta fix that.
no, it was legit black.
Oh, legit black? I didn't do that.
I know you didn't.
Okay, cool. That's what
It was the mobile app dying.
Sucks. So yeah, it's a hilarious moment. I need to watch the VOD and clip it because it's hysterical. But all right, that is
basically it.
We're getting closer to the groove of getting enough news to where it's back to our hour-and-a-half mark. We'll do better next week, guys. We promise. In the meantime, we're signing off. I'm KVJ. He's SoyTortuga. You know our stuff by now, or at least you should. Follow us if you haven't already for whatever reason. Both on the Twitter and in the Twitch realm. So we got tomorrow, hopefully, is hardcore game night.
It is. I am defending my title once again.
Oh boy, yeah, that's right. And then Thursday will be the Har Community Podcast, and then nothing else yet, right?
That's about it.
All right. And then, of course, circle on back. The week starts again Monday with the Critically Casual Podcast with Devin Streetcuff. Guys, thank you so much. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight. Learned something from the news, or at least thought it was mildly interesting. Soy, you look like you were going to say something.
Let it rain.
Let it rain. And on that note, I guess we will be seeing you guys later as we look for somebody to send you to.
Let me help. Ghosty Tech. GH0STY.
All right, go.
GH0STYTECH.
That it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. That's our outro now, by the way. Like, that's how uncreative we become. Is like, we're like, hey, who are we gonna raid, guys?
Hey, that's fair. It's alright. It's fine.
Thank you, guys, and we'll see you later.
Later, guys.